If you are looking for a chance to consider global and domestic issues, our next special guest is Patrick Hayes from the Institute of Ideas and an organiser for this year's Battle of Ideas. We are delighted to have him here to explain more to our reporter, Evie.
Hiya, Patrick.
Thanks very much for having me, Evie.
Hi, thank you for joining us. So, can you tell us a little bit about the Battle of Ideas this year and what should we expect from it?
Well, the Battle of Ideas is it's a two-day event at the start of November on the 1st and the 2nd at the Royal College of Arts. We're going to have 250 speakers flying in from all over the world to engage with the general public. There'll be about 2,000 people there. So have about 75 debates over the course of the weekend.
Brilliant, sounds fantastic. And what are the key focus points this year? I know on your website you have something called strands. Could you explain that a little bit to me?
Well, the strands allow people who have particular interests to actually follow certain themes throughout, one day of the event. So, for example, we have a strand on the emerging economies called the Battle for Prosperity this year.
Brilliant.
We have a strand on the battle for the family, a strand on the battle for biomedicine, and another one, this is a couple of days before the American elections, so it's particularly timely, on the battle for America. And we'll have 3 or 4 debates over one day, which will really focus on making sure that we do justice to really examining those topics in a lot of depth.
Okay, brilliant. And what do you hope to achieve by the end of the conference?
Well, I think the aim of the Battle of Ideas in general is to set the agenda for debates for the coming year by examining these issues, taking a fresh look, questioning consensus, and making sure that a huge range of views are heard, so people come away from it brimming with thoughts and ideas and having a new perspective on debates.
So presumably the range of speakers that you've got is quite diverse.
It is indeed. It's a very exciting lineup this year. I think it's actually our best lineup of speakers in the 4 years we've been running it. For example, Jim O'Neill, who's going to be talking at the Battle for Prosperity, and he's the guy from Goldman Sachs who coined the term the brick economies, which is being now picked up everywhere, and we're going to be able to grill him in a special question time about the rise of the emerging economies.
Yeah, of course. So with that, just thinking about the audience, who comes? Like, is it mostly academics? Is it mostly professionals? Is it the young, the old? Who do you want to come?
A lot of people from all walks of life coming together and just debating all under the strapline, free speech allowed. So the idea is that everyone can say what they think and not be afraid of the consequences of that and really explore all of these ideas. I think debate is more important now than ever before. I mean, at the moment we've got, potentially an election coming up in the next 2 years, and there's very little differentiating between the two major political parties, Labour and the Tories. We potentially have the same thing as well in the States. We have a major economic crisis at the moment, and there's a real lack of vision about how to resolve that. And I think fundamentally what we need to do is have a debate and discussion not just around policy matters, but really about the fundamental ideas behind a lot of these issues.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the global and the domestic issues that you're covering this year?
Well, there really is something for everyone at the Battle of Ideas. So we have discussions focusing on the arts in particular, we have discussions on philosophy. For example, one of our keynotes is the battle for truth this year. So really getting to grips with, whether there is such a thing as truth now, but also looking at history. We have a session devoted to looking at Irish history.
So is there any time for people to just get together and chat and exchange views? And
yes, the whole way through there will be kind of coffee breaks. There'll be a lunchtime film screening, but also lots of time when people can get together and just have a coffee and discuss these ideas. And then on the Saturday evening, everyone will go off and there'll be a drinks reception. I believe there'll be a ballet dancer there, but there'll also be times to have a glass of wine, discuss the ideas. A lot of the speakers will be there as well, so you can have a chat to them informally. But more importantly, meet a lot of people who are engaged in ideas and very passionate about these issues.
Brilliant. So it just can't be missed, really.
If there's one date that you should put in your diary, or dates you should put in your diary, it's November the 1st and the 2nd.
Yeah.
However, one of the great initiatives we've really launched this year are the battle satellites as well. And these are going to be taking place in the month in the run-up to the Battle of Ideas. So they're a major part of what we're doing. In a way, really, the Battle of Ideas is becoming more and more like, for example, the Edinburgh Festival or the Hay-on-Wye Festival, in that London becomes alive with debates about a month before the Battle of Ideas, so it really culminates in this festival.
Yeah.
And these are everything from kind of poetry to, who needs ballet when you have street dance, to what's the point of British foreign policy. So a real range of debates in the run-up to the Battle of Ideas, where you can come along for an evening and get a taste of what the battle's all about.
Really exciting. So how do the general public go about getting a ticket for the actual event?
Well, it's very easy. All you would need to do is go to the website, www.battleofideas.org.uk, and well, you can explore the entire agenda for the weekend there, but also there's a huge sign saying buy tickets now, and all you need to do is click on that and pay online.
Thank you, Patrick. It's been brilliant to have you here, and you've really got me excited, and I'm sure you've got loads of people excited out there to get involved, so thanks a lot. Worldwrite will be going down to the Battle of Ideas and filming the whole event, so if you'd like to get involved and be part of the crew for that, just get in touch with us. And if you'd like to just get a ticket for the Battle of Ideas, then just go on to www.battleofideas.org.uk. Brilliant. Hope to see you there. Thanks, Ruji.
Thank you, Evie and Patrick. Well, that's all we have time for. I'm Ruji Yasmin, and you've been watching Worldwrite. We look forward to reading your responses online. Just click Viewers Bite Back.